Yeah, we're able to download it this time. Ancient 4, right? Pudge is a really fun hero if you are the one playing it. Same thing that you can apply into picking techies or playing techies. Shame from Divine 1 to Ancient 4. Shame. Oh yeah, it's fine. Comment for the game. I'm on a steep downward trend in my current games. Trying to implement all of your teaching. Really, I try. Hopefully, gonna grasp the entirety of the concept soon. Okay. Lesson number 1: never level up your skill immediately before not knowing your lineup or matchup. Why? You're playing with Jug, right? In a top lane. So how can you secure the range creeps if you go for immediate Inkswell level 1? And look at the damage. Can you see the damage right now, Jim? Can you see the damage and the stun duration? Can you see it? Max damage 90. Max stun duration 1.1. Cast range 400, and the fucking cooldown is 30 seconds. Do you really want to go on the Inkswell level 1? It's fucking stupid to me. Because first thing, how can you secure range creeps in this lane? We all know that if you don't secure the range creeps and the enemy is denying it, potentially they will get faster level 2, level 3, and 4 against you. Right? And if the enemy get ahead of levels, possibly they are the one that will set up the tempo of this laning stage. They'll be the one that will dictate the laning stage. And here, look what you're gonna do in this one. Yeah, just right click and then Ogre already used the ignite. And it's fucking easy to dodge it. Even if they don't dodge your Inkswell, the damage is not really that high. And the duration of stun is not really that high. Look at your this is the first wave, and there's some kind of right click battle right there. You need to recognize that you are a range against 2 melee heroes. But the problem is Ogre is a melee hero that is very tanky with 7 armor and then a lot of HP regen. But the problem with Ogre is the mana pool and the mana regen. This guy, Magnus, has 3 armor only. So, same armor with you. Juggernaut, however, has 6. So, I don't know why you keep going on the Ogre at this point. You should go on the Magnus for now. And he did not even use any Tango for now. While you, on the other hand, it's only the Ogre that uses Tango. And both of you use your Tango. Tango on Jag, Tango on your Grim. So, in the sustaining battle, I think you will lose this lane. Yeah, keep right-clicking. Yeah, that's nice. Since Ogre was here, you should play in the left side. Yep. Right-click. Yeah. Keep right-clicking. But the problem is the range creeps is getting denied. You cannot secure it or anything, right? And if the Juggernaut will be able to get like more levels, that will be really good in the lane. Because once you get level 5, level 6, there is more kill potential in this lane. What are you going to do? Pull? It's still... You're going to pull at 45, right? If you're going to pull at 45, your creep wave will kill the small camp, and then the neutral will not spawn in there because they're still fighting over there. Alright, it's not gonna stack. It did stack, which is nice, which is kind of lucky because potentially you're going to deny the whole creep wave. But for the most part, you are not going to stack the small camp pull, and what will happen is that you cannot pull for the next minute. But here you're actually lucky. I didn't expect it to actually be stacked as well. And you even share tango. It's nice. Right click? Too early. Too early. It's Magnus as well. Jim. It's Magnus. Okay, it's Magnus. You need to consider this. Skewer. It's level 2. Maybe if he uses the Empower at that point, you saw him uses the Empower, because earlier we saw him use a Shockwave, and then he used the Empower and it's still level 2. That indicates that he didn't go for Skewer at level 2, and that's the time that you can do that kind of play. That Inkswell into the spin on the jug. You basically wasted your 130 mana right there, and I'm actually sure that the Magnus will still survive in there because he's full HP, and then you're hoping that you can kill the full HP, like 840 health on the Magnus with your spin and your Inkswell. It's not gonna happen. And it's kind of too early for you to actually stack in here. I think you should just battle it out in the lane. You need to be in there. Now you're forced to TP. Even though that can be solved with just walking into the lane. Skewer. Yeah, you can go to the Magnus right now. You didn't hit the Magnus, which is bad. Imagine if you hit the Magnus. Potentially, the Juggernaut don't need to commit over there and get hit by the tower. But yeah, it's still job well done in there. I don't know why the Magnus is trying to save him. But yeah, it's really bad.
12 important vitamins and minerals.
And this one is blocked. It's confirmed. Hopefully you're sending your sentries. And please don't right-click the Ogre. Keep on right-clicking the Magnus. Yep. Abuse your range. What the fuck is the sentry ward? Abuse your range, yeah. Secure your asset. Yeah, it's fine. Get back, get back. They're going on you. You're wasting your time again on this Ogre. Please don't. And same thing again happened. I guess you never learn. I don't know why you don't consider it. Maybe if you have the Phantom's Embrace, you can go for that play, like silence first and then go for spin, and then Inkswell. Maybe you can do it, but if it's something like that, it's not gonna do anything good. Too early again for stacking? Way too early again. And you even abandoned the stacking just to get like one creep in here.
The strong take what they desire.
You can actually go for stack and then go back in lane. If you do stack, you'll get more golds as well, and your carry will be happy to you because they're getting more golds in farming one camp at a time. Yeah, Necro is back. Any observer wards? He's dead. Holy shit, they even used the Reaper Scythe at that point. It's actually an overkill, but whatever. Stack, yeah, that's nice. Possess Mass. If you tell this Jug that you have stacks for him, like right now, he will possibly abandon the lane and take those stacks. Especially it's nighttime. And then there's the neutral items as well. So yeah. Maybe stack it as well first. The large camp, yeah. And that way he can always go for one spin. Nice. Nice D-ward, even though there's no indication. TP to bottom. Late again. You basically wasted your TP right there. But you can actually go for push right here. If you want to push, you should plant observer to the here.
Radiant's bottom tower is
But they scouted it now. Okay, keep going. Get hooked. That's really good. Wraith King, level 7. Yeah, Razor is gonna die. Inkswell. You should disengage for now. Reset. Arcane Boots. You're actually doing a good job now. At least you're more impactful now compared to before. And you took the tome. Okay. It's actually good. That's actually one of the good things about the Grimstroke. Like, he really scale well with the Aghanims as well. You don't have silence though. Do you actually need the Soul Bind like early on? I feel like it's not needed, Jim. Because you can go for more points on the Phantom's Embrace instead of going for Soulbind. Because if you go for Soulbind, that means there are two people playing together, and your spells as a team is more of a Dismember and then Reaper Scythe and then Static Link. That's the only single target spells that you have that will benefit from the Soulbind. And since Necrophos is far, and same thing for the Pudge, it's not really achieving a lot. I guess it's a force of habit for Soulbind. Yeah, it's kinda. You need to consider as well the matchups and your heroes. You're going to die in there. Why you're going in? Don't reveal your position, because if the enemy knows that you are there, you are not going to achieve great things as a support, because they can predict your spell casting. You're dead. Oh, okay, you're alive. Kill the guy, Inkswell. Soulbind for what? Nothing, huh? You need to get back right now. You're out of mana. Why you're still staying in here? It's actually all on Pudge, it's not on you. The only thing that you did in here is just right click and Phantom's Embrace and almost die. And leech some experience. I guess to save Necro. Are you able to save him? Are you going to play holy shit, you sold all of your iron branches. But yeah, it's fine. Going for Ezreal Lens. Okay. You need Sentry as well for the warding purposes. RP'd. Just push out the lane. Try to defend the mid. Try to defend mid. Yep. Runes? Check the runes. Smoking. Level 10. Go for... if you go for level 3 on the Phantom's Embrace, it's gonna be much harder to kill. Like right now, level 2 Phantom's Embrace, the enemy just needs to right click the Phantom's Embrace twice, and then it's gone. But with the level 3, it's gonna be it's gonna be 3 times of hero attack before it die. So another thing here, Jim, just a general tip for supporting, for warding. If you place a sentry like this and then you saw that there's sentry of the enemy, I suggest you don't attack it. And if you don't attack it, go for observer immediately. Why? Because the sentry doesn't have vision. It doesn't provide any vision. and the enemy will think that this is not warded, but you just place an observer ward since they will have the confidence that yeah, this is not warded. We just deward it in there, and there's still sentry over there, so it's not really warded. Yeah, yeah, you got my point, right? But if you're going to do like this, like sentry, and then you're attacking it, that means you have vision in there, possibly by sentry, and they would know as well that you are in there because you are going to attack the sentry for 2 times, right? So the enemy know that you're here. Your only option is play here to the top. Your only option is play here to the top or play here back to bottom or to the mid. And that's why in the immortal bracket it's so easy for us to predict the movement of the enemy, especially if they will do those things. And yeah, you're back to mid because you use your spell, right? So that they're already aware of your position. And since you're out of mid again, what are the potential movements that you can do? Nice silence. Soulbind, yeah. But why on Pudge? Well, casting on Pudge? Why on Pudge? You get stunned. The Jug is incoming. You should focus on Jug because Jug really wants to get on top of the target. And once he do, yep, he will. This thing will happen. Spell casting. You need to do a better job about it, but so far so good. Yep, team wipe. Get tower. Tower, yeah, nice. And please don't level up your Q. Look at the scaling ability of your Stroke of Fate, Jim, instead of your Phantom's Embrace. Just level 3 Phantom's Embrace is fine. And look at the cooldown difference as well. The cooldown, right? 28, or I mean 18. This one is 7 already, and then 5. Q should be around only a level 1. No, it depends on the game. But what I'm trying to tell you is you need to get like level 3 on Phantom's Embrace. So instead of attacking it twice, the enemy heroes need to attack it thrice. 3 times. That's for the scaling of your ability itself. Read the notes of your spells. Only additional 60 damage. Bonus damage per target, that's a different thing. If the enemy has like swarmed units or creeps, that's a different thing. The cast range is gonna be the same. The cooldown is only less 2 seconds, but compared to the Phantom's Embrace, which is silence, which is really important in this game. If you compare your slow nuke over silence, this one is much better in this game, especially they have something like Magnus and then Winter Wyvern. If you manage to silence them beforehand, you'll be able to win the fight.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom
What's your next item after the Staff of Wizardry? Are you going for 4 staff?
Dire's bottom tower
I'm actually thinking of going for Aghanims in this game because Aghanims is really good against Wraith King. Soulbind, yeah, nice. You can even go for Blink Dagger as well. If you want to play defensive, maybe get some Glimmer. And you're dead. Out of position. Look at your map movement in here. You casted your spell and then you got separated from your team. I don't know what you're trying to achieve in here. Do you not know that they have Blink Dagger? I mean, if it's me, I will not go in the low ground. I will play with the team. Because If they go here, like chase you, they will die. Especially that they don't have any vision, and then it's 4 versus 5, right? This is unnecessary death. This is basically a feed on your part, just from selecting a path alone. Like deciding to go in the low ground instead of high ground, that costs you your life. Those little things actually matter. Arc Warden's clone, holy shit. I mean, they're doing rush without any vision. What did they expect? But still a good run. I mean, good fight. You killed them. I mean, the clone and then the Winter Wyvern. You have all of your spells, especially with the ultis of your cores. The Necro and then the Jog. Razor should die in here. You should abandon this Razor. Don't try to help this guy. You lost this game so bad. Well, that's understandable. Did you throw the game? Yeah, you definitely throw the game. Invisibility, yeah, farm mid. Is there a better neutral item that you could take? Aside from the Keen Optic? Yeah, nothing. I guess it's fine. No dusts. By the way, Jim, you're not looking into the items of the enemy. Buy back now. We should buy back now. Because if you don't buy back, and the game will be longer. Yeah. Imagine if you buy back in here. Possibly you are already there. And possibly you could push because you still have the healing ward. And please don't TP to the Thanks, Will. Keep going. I got used. Why are you going to mid? You need to connect to them like immediately. If you prolong this game, it's gonna be significantly harder to end because of the Arc Warden factor. And then the Wraith King is actually respawning. Inkswell? Where's Inkswell? Nice curse, by the way. And they're diving. Why are they gonna go on the objectives? Kind of throw. What do you think happened? Like, what went wrong in there? Aside from you farming mid and trying to kill on the Magnus, even though it's not gonna happen.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, you basically wasted so much time in there. If it's me with your Grimstroke, I will go for buyback right after I died in there because I saw that they killed the Wraith King. It's basically 4 versus 5, and then you're only support, right? So if you bought back in there instead of having them playing 4 versus 4, you still have your spells active, right? You still have the outpost to TP. So you buy back TP 6 seconds, and then potentially another 10 seconds you'll be in the fight and clean them up, kill them all. I mean, buyback isn't only for defense. Buyback can be used as well for aggressiveness, especially if the enemy doesn't have any more spells. I don't think Grim was the reason they lost. I mean, I'm not saying that the Grimstroke is the reason why they lost the fight. I'm saying that instead of waiting for him to respawn, he can try the aggressive buyback. Aggressive buyback outnumbered the enemy, because what I'm trying to tell earlier is that if the game goes longer, the Arc Warden will be much harder to deal with. At this point of the game, yeah, surely you are getting it done on the Arc Warden. Yeah, sure. But if it goes like 40 to 50 minutes, it's gonna be harder. Because the lanes are going to be pushed in by the Arc Warden's Cologne and also the skeletons from the Wraith King. And the Winter Wyvern is really good at defense and casting the Splinter's Blast from a distance. So that window of opportunity is really really rare. So that's why in our bracket the average is very low. 30 minutes the game is over. 20 game is over. It's not gonna go for like 40 minutes, 50 minutes. It's not, because whenever we saw opportunity, we just go for it and finish the game. It's called Defense of the Ancients. It doesn't matter if you have items. It doesn't matter if you have a lot of kills, like good score. It doesn't matter. If your ancient is gone, you lost the game. No BKB on Razor. I think you shouldn't go for a smoke. You saw it as well. It's kind of this is kind of force smoke to me. Although you can see them, but you should not lead the way. Go for Soulbind. Soulbind, yeah. Dark Portrait. Nice. Look at the Wraith King. Wraith King, yeah. Nice kills. 2 kills. You only spend like Soulbind, which is low cooldown, and then Reaper Sight, which is like 2 minutes. So nah, this is really bad. Look at your team. They all TP'd to the bottom tier 2. Even though it's only tier 2 and then you're getting your glyph. If I'm the one playing in this game, I will really call my team to do a fucking push like this. Because in that way, the Arc Warden is gonna be will be forced to play high ground, and potentially you will be able to force buyback on this guy. Because you are threatening their high ground, right? Instead of TPing in here, because if they all TP in here like those 3 teammates of yours, what will happen is that the Arc Warden will start to push top lane instead. And then since there's only 2 of you in here in the mid lane, the enemy will start pushing in here as well. So that's why that TP on tier 2 is really bad. And how did you die? 3 versus 2, but you're out of position. You're dead. I see it now. Going gem? Okay. Going Roshan. This is gonna be hard. Because Winter Wyvern is still up. And you know that it's warded in there. Possibly the enemy scouted that Roshan. And yeah. You don't have any info about the enemy. Your 2 teammates are showing in the mid. I think you should make a call in there. Was trying to ward too ready for Roche, but a better decision. Yeah, really unnecessary death from you. I mean, that's not the first time that I saw you die for no reason. Your teammates are too far. You need to realize that the enemy know that the 3 heroes TP'd to bottom. Razor, Jug, and then Pudge. And your Necrophos will not be able to help you in there. Especially that you showed in the top lane. They can actually dive in here. Necrophos can TP, yes. For sure, but they are not going to help you in any way. Since you're only a Grimstroke. And then your teammates are trapped in here. Trying to make their way towards mid or towards top. So, you need to know those things. Like map positioning, abusing the TP's cooldowns and such. Although you managed to get the Roshan in here, the question is how you are going to take advantage of that Roshan. I guess you're gonna go sentry in there? Ah, you didn't do ward. Okay. Push the building. Go, the guy has Aegis. Let the Aegis guy die first. Why the Razor is committing his BKB over? It should be the Juggernaut first. Nice one. This is really good. Dark Portrait. But you need to micro your direct portal. You silence the Wraith King. I don't know why you want to silence the Wraith King. Like you know for sure that he got BKB, right? He didn't use it before he died with reincarnation. But at the same time, you are actually seeing the Magus in here. If the Magus wasn't able to use his RP, maybe the Razor is not gonna die. Silence, presence of mind. It's only Wraith King. Okay, the only spell of Wraith King is only stun in the team fight, of course. Wraith King can use second skill in the fight, but it's nothing. So presence of mind, it's gonna be the Magnus and then the Winter Wyvern when it comes to the silence. Never go silence on the Wraith King. Never. It's really bad. It's not gonna achieve anything. You don't have Soulbind and you decide to go for silence, okay? You still don't have mana though. You don't need. He actually almost died. Maybe if you silence the ogre again instead of going for struggle fate, I think it's fine. But yeah, Pudge survived. It's fine. But the ogre is already dead, right? And to me, you don't actually need to use any spells to kill the ogre at that point because the Necro is blocking his escape, and the Pudge is actually on the top. So, okay. Are you going to ferry some? Holy shit! What is this? How did it happen? Maybe if you're not in there, Necro will survive. Hello, love. Oh, 8 PM, love. Nice silence, bro. So positioning and then priority on the hero's gym. At this point of the game, you just need to focus on going on the Winter Wyvern and also Magnus. You don't have mana. Silence, silence. Oh shit. Silence. You need to silence him instead of. Although the Magnus died, you need silence. You're overstaying. You don't have TP. I don't know why you're not using your courier. Like ever since you're in the top lane, you took the racks. You never use your courier to get anything like salve, clarity, mango, or anything. It didn't happen, and this is the comeback, right? This is where you actually lost the fight, lost the game. I think. 2 cores dead. Glimmer Cape. It's not actually gonna help you in here. You need to Glimmer Cape yourself before the Nullifier hits you. You need to defend. The guy has Sentry or Shadow Blade, right?
Dyer's top tower is Dyer's top tower is in water.
I thought that you're going to play like Gem in here.
Selfish.
Sentry, always good Sentry. Yep. You're too far from your team. Yeah, they scouted you by the way. Okay, after they scouted you, is there any smokes in here? You guys are still ahead. And you already took like 2 racks. If you play bottom lane and then push, I think the game is over. Yep, finally. But you still don't have gem, which is not good. Here. Sneaky guy. Yeah, you have smokes now. Yep, smoke, play behind. Observer. Get observer right now. Yep. Bait them in. Pudge can hook target that will try to deward the observer. While you're using your silence on the shit, he just died. Wait, what happened? Mainly you lost because this Razor is trying too hard to go on the This is only a clone, right? So why is committing his BKB to a clone? And now they jump on your Razor, Wraith King BKB, and look at your microwing on your Wraith King as well. You're going on the fucking ogre. If you have the dark portrait, maybe try to scout the Winter Wyvern, or go for the Magnus at that point. Well, buyback, yeah. They should not fight this anymore. Wraith King still have reincarnation, and then they don't have possibly detection. It's actually a good spin, but is it actually enough? No, it's not. GG. 4-1. Yeah. You have buyback though.
Killing spree.
Enemy should push. Enemy should wait for the Arc Warden. Enemy could actually go for Roshan at this point.
Roshan has fallen to the radiant.
I think you should go for the shard next time, so you have like strong dispel on your Inkswell. They actually have ages. Refresher possibly with the Magnus or Winter Wyvern. I don't know. Observer, not Sentry. Okay. I mean, you have Observer in there before, right? You have Observer down here. So why are you going for Sentry in here? It doesn't make sense to me, because you could potentially scout the guys if they are going to go in here and then plant Observer in here, right? Because you're scouting them in here with the vision. You're wasting your wards at this point. Just farm, lol. Farm. Wait. The Winter Wyvern actually destroyed the sentry in there, in the hill. So that means the Winter or the team is actually close. And he actually stayed. Yeah, game is over. No buyback, I think. He got buyback though. But it's actually massive. The only save that you have with this nullifier is this guy's shard. Black portrait, and then Inkswell. Go on the clone. I think at this point, Jim, you already lost your timing. Like, it's a matter of initiation now. It's a matter of who jumped into the right target, and then who actually played around the vision. Something that we cannot really learn a lot. It's more of an execution now. I feel like I've seen enough in this game, and this is what I told you earlier, right? If the game goes longer, it's gonna be much harder for you to close out the game, because it's arc warded after all. You're actually kind of winning. You got ages though, and you don't have mana again. Yeah, this time around you have clarity, which is nice. But yeah, question mark, GG. Questions though? Do you have any questions for me, Jim?
War has been declared.
Your Dark Portrait is busy on the illusion. Why this guy is busy on illusion? Jug is dying. Yep, GG.
Yeah.
The right arm was skinny and the left was a fucking massive.
Yes. His keyboard is all messy and still.
I unmuted the Discord. Well, the game is really, really hard because there's limited thing that you can do when your team is actually diving and TPing. Like the Razor is actually at fault in this game. So especially in the bottom high ground. What was that? It's actually someone talking in the Discord because I'm streaming my game in the Discord as well. In our Dota 2. Wasn't able to micro, yeah. It's really unfortunate. Yep. There's a lot of things that you could do as a support. Especially in the late game, you should make a call, make drawings that they can easily understand. Instead of just playing silently and then the game is being thrown by your team. It's not gonna happen. So yeah, I hope you learned a lot in there, and let me know if you don't have any questions to me, and let me know as well if the analysis is helpful or not. Since you don't have any questions, it's good. You actually managed to play decently in the mid game. It's just a matter of discipline and then playing together and then knowing the timings of your team. Yep, update me. Thank you for your time, Jim.